And then I told her, if you want me to do that, then you shouldn't have eaten all that asparagus. Oh shit. Hello everybody, welcome to the Exploratory Show, a podcast where we explore a story and tell tales. I'm your new host, Herbert Simpleton. We've been gone for about 8 months, we're just now coming back from an 8-month hiatus, and a lot of things have changed. Me, for example, I'm your new host. The old hosts, Rohit and Dhruv, are actually not doing the show anymore. Now, this is because they were in a terrible, terrible accident. About 8 months ago, they stopped recording podcasts and they went ahead and went to the French Alps. The French Alps host an annual tandem bicycle race that they were really interested in participating. So while they were doing this race, they suffered a terrible tandem bicycle-related accident, and they're now missing. Fellow tandem bicyclist Vance Spadella, who also took part in the annual race, had this to say about the podcast duo, and quote, "They had bad form from the beginning. It was like they'd never been on a tandem bicycle before. We all told them not to attempt such a rigorous course, but to learn how to ride the tandem bike first. They didn't listen and the race started. Almost immediately, they biked straight off a cliff and into a deep ravine. I think that they weren't prepared for this race. What were they even trying to prove? Seriously, fuck those guys, man." End quote. Ouch. Sounded kind of mean there at the end. It also sounds like they shouldn't have been in that bike race to begin with. Seemed like they weren't prepared. Anyway, I hope they find their way back to the States. It's been 8 months. Okay, well that brings us to, how I got a hold of this podcast. A little about myself. My full name is Herbert Jebediah Simpleton. I am from Clarksville, Tennessee originally. What else? Oh, I've been married 3 times, but I've been divorced 4. I have 5 kids. What else? Before I was a podcast host, I was actually an animal trainer, I worked with animals since I was a child. I am now 38 years old. The last thing I worked on was The Revenant. I actually trained the bear and the horse in that movie. After The Revenant, it was a pretty successful movie. I got a pretty big payload out of it, so I've just been spending time with the family. And during that time, actually, is when the previous host for this podcast went missing. So a company called Cummington Pharmaceuticals actually bought this podcast. For whatever purpose, I'm not sure. I just know that, they've seen my work in The Revenant, and they also realized that they really like my work and that I sound like the old host, apparently. So they said that I should be the one to host it. And, they're paying me about $12,000 per episode. So, who am I to say no? You know what I mean? I don't think I sound like the old host, but whatever. So that's a little bit about me. This show it used to be about, telling stories and answering questions, but we've kind of added on to that. We've sort of revamped the entire structure of this show. What we're trying to do now is that not only are we going to be answering questions and talking about stories, but it is now a variety show that includes like audio sketches, it includes prank calls, interviews, things like that, And we're still trying to find a rhythm here in the show, so you should please bear with us. Ignore that bear pun, that was unintended. And also, I'm not the only person who is going to be hosting this show. I'd like you to meet my robot co-host, Elrod 3000.
Hey there, everybody. Nice to meet you. My name is Elrod, but you can call me Al.
Wow. Okay, I thought you were going to sound like a robot or something. That's crazy, man. You sound just like a human.
I am a $64 million state-of-the-art machine, dickweed. You think I'm supposed to sound like a robot?
Okay, well, you don't have to be so mean, ass.
No, you are the ass.
Whatever. Okay, here's our first question, and it actually comes from Boston, and it reads, "Hi guys, my name is Beep, and I am from Boston. I wanted to know, how did you deal with your first major breakup? I just went through my first breakup with a girl I had all of my quote-unquote first times with. It's kind of hard for me to deal with it. I broke it off, but still, I want to at least be friends with her. Is that weird? I broke it off because it was long distance." Wow. Tough titties, my friend. It really depends on the level of intimacy and the seriousness of that relationship, If it was a long distance thing and you guys had a lot of first times, it sounds like you guys were together for a while and then either she went into long distance or you moved away or whatever, you know. Honestly, what I would say is you should play it by ear, you know. Why? There's nothing wrong with just being honest and saying, you know, we did all this stuff, but we can still be friends. We can ask, you know. Like I always say, you know, lots of people want to ride with you in the limo, but what you want is someone who will take the bus with you when the limo breaks down, you know.
I saw you just look that up just now. I saw you look that up. There's no way you always say that.
No, dude, that's not true. No, I for sure always say that. I saw that. Yep.
Actually, I'm checking right now, and I just found out that was Oprah. Oprah Winfrey said that. You didn't say that. Oprah Winfrey said the thing about the limo.
All right, okay. All right. Whatever. Look, what I think you should do is you should definitely talk to her, okay? See what she feels. See if she's okay with being friends with you. See if she's in a place where it's okay, where it's safe for you two to be friends, you know? I think open communication and just communicating in general is really good. You know, no secrets between friends. So I think that's what you should do. Done. All right, Al, what'd you think about that? Did you think I did well?
I'd give it like a 4.
Is there like a problem with you and me? Are you all right? It seems like you're really standoffish. I mean, I didn't mean to do any sort of harm to you. This is my first time, you know, I'm just having some trouble. I would really like your help.
Just move on, man. Just move on. Move on to the next thing. Just move on.
Okay. And here are some ads. Okay, so the first ad comes to us from Cummington Pharmaceuticals. Well, that's great. You know, this is the company that actually owns this podcast. All right. We here at Cummington Pharmaceuticals live to serve your aphrodisiacal needs. Founded in 1853 in the small town of Cummington, Massachusetts, we have helped hundreds of millions of couples all over the world enrich their relationships through our products. Our secret is Cummingtonite, a mineral found in the mineral mines of Massachusetts. Cummingtonite is a light brown prismatic crystalline aggregate with a radiating structure, okay, that does wonders for erectile dysfunction and other sexual ailments. Right now, we are selling 3 bottles of Cummingtonite for $39.99. But if you type in, should I say this?
Yes, of course you should say it. Stop talking. Do the ad, man.
All right, but if you type in "my dick don't work" into our website, you will get a free sample to try it out. Once again, that's "my dick don't work." In our website, www.cummingtonite.com. That's exactly how you think it's spelled. And we're back. Welcome, everybody. Again, this is the Exploratory Show. I'm your host, Herbert Simpleton, and with my co-host, Elrod 3000, but you guys can call him Al.
Hello, everybody.
Okay. So, the next segment that we're going to do is keeping up with the news. All right? So, lately, you know, just I've been looking at the interwebs and all that stuff, and you notice how there's been like a significant increase in like tiger-related deaths in the past few months? Like there was that lady in China, and then I believe I've seen some other footage of that. You know, a lot of tigers really standing up to humanity. You know, it's pretty crazy. Either they're really hungry, or you know they're planning some sort of animalistic coup against the human race. What do you think, Elrod?
I say animals are they're only here for food or for carpets.
Wow, you really believe that? All right, fine, that's cool. In other news, you know, Trump's been in the news, I guess. You know, if you've been paying any attention to the politics of the whole thing, it just seems like Trump's he's like the human equivalent of like clickbait. You know, like the stuff he says is just for attention. Anyway, he's been pretty much the same. Yeah, so that's all I got for the news. So, Elrod, how's it going, man? What have you been up to?
Well, actually, I found a hidden file in my directory. I opened it, and inside I found the computer equivalent of, I guess, memories. I remember being a young boy in Maine. I remember going crab fishing with my father and my little brother Kyle. Usually we'd be up at the crack of dawn and take our boat over the water. which was, usually covered with mist from the night before. As the sun would come up, I'd wake my little brother, who would always fall asleep in the boat. "Wake up, Kyle," I'd say. "Wake up, we need you here." And then when we were done, with our catch, we'd come back home and our mom would cook some of them for us. I have memories of how good that food tastes. We'd have such a wonderful meal. She was a great cook. I know I am a robot and I'm not capable of human emotions, but when I think of them, I feel love. How can I be a robot and still have emotions? What happened to my family? I miss my family.
Oh, cool. That sounds like fun, man. I should try that sometime. All right, and that's it for us. Join us next time. We have some, really good, wholesome fun for all of you to enjoy. So, yeah, this is Herbert Simpleton signing out.